everybody, it's Austin here, your hopefully favorite yoga teacher. If not, by the end of these videos, I will be. Aaron Hagen has once again reached out to us to ask us for more yoga videos, so here we are. You guys seemed to enjoy the last one pretty good. You'll also have a video of Jen giving you a little guided meditation, who is running the camera for me today. So that's where we're at, and let's have a good time. Let's have some fun, and let's learn how to relax, because we are all in a very, very, very stressful, unprecedented time. Everything's weird. You're doing school at home. Your parents might be home. If they're not home, you're home all day by yourself, and it's not summer. It's just strange. That can bring up a lot of anxiousness, a lot of stress, a lot of just uncertainty in your life, and that can be really, really hard and challenging to deal with. I know for me, it's really challenging to deal with that sometimes, and I'm a grown adult, so we have our struggles too. So we're just going to try to help you out a little bit with yoga and some breathing. So the first thing that I want to talk today about is breathing. Breathing is so important. It's the number one thing that you can do. You do it all the time. It's the first thing you do when you're born, and it's the last thing you'll do at the end of this beautiful journey. But a lot of us don't breathe properly. We actually breathe in a way that it kind of stresses us out a little bit more than we would like, where really you can use your breath to calm your whole entire body down if you just pause. When you start getting stressed out and you start getting anxious and everything just is kind of going haywire for you, if you just stop and you take a proper deep breath in, that can do so much good for you so quickly, rather than taking those very shallow breaths. So the first breath I'm going to go over is called the yogic breath, and the reason I'm looking down is because I'm looking down at my abdomen, okay? So your yogic breath is a 4-part breath, okay? So your respiratory system, what you breathe into, is 4 parts, okay? You got your diaphragm, which is all the way down here at the bottom of your diaphragm, down at your belly, your actual diaphragm in the middle of your body, your lungs, and then a little tiny bit of space at the top of your lungs right near your collarbone. That's a full breath, but a lot of us, what we end up doing, we get stressed out, we get anxious, and we just kind of go slow. That's what we do. We stop breathing. That's not what you want to do. And then even when you start breathing again, you breathe right into this space right here. Don't want to do that, okay? So when you breathe in, you want to literally just gently close your eyes, maybe put one hand on your belly and one hand on your collarbone, okay? So now you, in between your hands right here, you're touching the bottom and the top of that respiratory system that I was talking about, and you have the 2 parts in between. So when you breathe in, you want to literally breathe in through your nose and literally envision breathing all the way deep down into your belly. And this hand that's on your belly should actually kind of push out as you fill your belly up with air, okay? So you're going to breathe in all the way down into your belly, then you're going to move up to your lungs, diaphragm, sorry, then your lungs, and then the last bit of space in your collarbone, and that hand on your collarbone should push out just a tiny bit as well. And then now when you exhale, you're going to exhale the opposite way. So you're going to empty out through your collarbone, so that hand is going to sink back in. Then you're going to empty your lungs out, your chest is going to kind of sink back in. Then your diaphragm, and then your belly, so your belly, that hand on your belly right here, is going to sink back in. All while doing that, if I turn to the side right here, you want to have good posture. Good posture is just like so, okay? So I'm going to show the correct way, and then I'll show you the wrong way so you can see the differences, and you'll feel the differences. And if you don't sit with good posture as it is, this will be uncomfortable, totally normal. When you do something wrong for a long period of time, your body accepts that as normal, and it takes time to readjust that and recalibrate your system. So good posture is your neck, your shoulders are holding your neck. Okay, so if I lean my head forward, my shoulders aren't holding my neck. My neck is holding my neck, if that makes sense. Because now my head's hanging down here, so I'm engaging the muscles in my neck. But if I stack my neck over my shoulders, the weight of my head and my neck is just resting on my shoulders. I'm not actually really engaging a lot of muscles to sit like this. My shoulders are then directly over my hips, same deal. If I lean forward, now my back muscles are holding me up, not my just the simple structure of my spine sitting straight, right? So my shoulder, my neck, right over my shoulders. My shoulders right over my hips, and my spine is nice and straight. Okay, this is good posture, but a lot of times, because especially at school or doing homework, sitting at a desk all day long, playing video games at a computer. We sit like this. See how my spine is just curving and my chest is rounding in. If I look at you guys, my chest is rounded in. I'm literally shorter right now, so envision if I had a mouse or a keyboard right here, or I'm hunching over my desk doing homework, reading a book maybe. We don't even realize we're doing this. Look, when I say look great, good posture, I get taller. Bad posture, shorter. Good posture, taller. My chest kind of puffs out a little bit. Everything just feels better. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable depending on how good of posture you have doing this. So if this is uncomfortable, totally normal, okay? So that's that. So I'll just teach you guys the yogic breath today, which is just what we went over. It's a 4-part breath. Breathe deep down into your belly, then your diaphragm, then your lungs, collarbone. Maybe pause, hold it at the top for a couple seconds, and then exhale everything out the opposite way. Collarbone, lungs, diaphragm, belly sinks back in. So whenever you feel yourself getting stressed out or anxious or maybe just generally irritated, sometimes at home, Jen, she'll just ask me, she'll say, what's wrong with you? You're grumpy, you're irritated. You don't have to have an answer. You don't have to have a no. You have to have a reason or know why you feel the way you feel. Maybe you're just blah and just annoyed at everything. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So I would invite you to try that next time. Just pause, take a deep breath in, try that breath, the 4-part breath, the yogic breath, all the way up, all the way down. Maybe do it a few times, maybe close your eyes, maybe listen to some music, so on and so forth. Do anything that will calm you down, but if you're doing the things that calm you down normally with that breath, those two things hand in hand will help you much better. Now I'll do a couple yoga poses that can also help with that, help with the anxiousness that you might be dealing with, the stress, the uncertainty, all these kind of things. But not only do they deal with that, they also help your physical body, because a lot of times we just, in this quarantine, we're just sitting around. We're not really doing anything. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're super active, which you also need, because then you're working out. You need to stretch your muscles. You need to recover your body. So whatever your situation is, you can benefit from it, okay? So the first one is, we're sitting here in Sukhasana. You don't, maybe not sitting like this, you're just comfortable, it doesn't matter. But if you do sit like this, I think in school we called it crisscross applesauce. Just untuck your legs, bring them out long in front of you. And you're gonna both legs together, keeping that good posture. So if Jen swings around over here, you'll be able to see that good posture. My legs are straight. This is also important before we do this next pose too. This is called a seated forward fold. So in the last video, we did a standing forward fold. This is the same thing. It's just sitting down, okay? But here, the knees are really important. So to get this stretch, you're gonna stretch out your legs, your lower back, and depending on tightness, your the middle of your back. Sorry. You wanna curl your toes towards your face, because that engages your shins. If you leave your toes lazy like that, you're only gonna stretch from here up. If you're doing a stretch, you wanna get the whole stretch. You wanna engage your toes, you wanna curl them back towards your face to engage those shins. Now this will naturally, when you do the fold, your hamstrings, will naturally get engaged. But if you look at my knee, the important part here is the goal is to eventually reach your toes. But if you can't do that properly, then meet yourself where you're at, okay? So if you lean forward, and this is all you've got, that's totally fine. Stay here, as long as you're feeling a stretch. And then maybe you crawl your hands down a little bit more. You relax your head. You don't want to hold your neck up. You relax your head. You're kind of just looking down into your lap. If you can reach your toes, though, what you're going to do is your arms are going to be down by your side. That nice, good posture. Inhaling your arms all the way up, maybe looking up. And on your exhale, just like we did when we were standing, you're going to hinge at your hips. This is where the motion comes from. You're going to hinge forward at your hips. Reach for your toes. Now, here's the thing. A lot of us, we try to overachieve in our everyday lives, right? So I'm showing you guys what you're eventually supposed to do. If you can do this, just how I look right now, go for it. You're good. If you can't, and your knees end up being like this, you're not doing anything here, okay? So we need to kind of meet ourselves where we're at, like I've said previously. So if you're here like this, you need to kind of maybe try to straighten your knees. Again, you know your body. If it hurts, don't do it. If it feels a sensation like a stretch and it feels good, that's fine. But if you go to start bending your knees and you can't, it's better to let go of your toes and fall back to this position, same exact stretch. That's your seated forward fold. Great stretch for your middle back, lower back. glutes, hamstrings, shins, all of it. It's just a great stretch, something really easy to do, really, really simple. And then the next pose that we're going to do, and if Jen can grab me a couch cushion, I'm just going to show how you can do this with regular everyday products. She's just going to toss the couch cushion at me. What we're going to do here, I'm going to show it with the couch cushion and without the couch cushion. So Jen swings back over here so she can see the side of me. Without the couch cushion, this is how this is going to look. Literally, your legs are going to be straight just how they were. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to kind of come down onto my elbows. Here, my fingertips are facing towards my toes. I'm just relaxing my legs. I'm on my elbows. And then I'm kind of just relaxing my head, letting it hang heavy. My head's dangling. And here in this pose, what you want to do is you want to breathe in and out of your nose. Because if you look at the position of my body when I'm hanging my head back and I open my mouth, my esophagus, my whole entire respiratory system, I've created a straight shot right down to my belly. So breathing with your mouth open in this position is super good for your metabolism, again, to reduce any stress, any anxiety, any tension in the body. Just relax your head and just breathe. Deep breaths in and out. And I'm going to come out just to show you how to do it with the couch cushion to make it a little bit more comfortable. Any kind of cushion, your pillow on your bed, couch cushion. I don't know any other kind of pillows, but
a big stuffed animal.
A big stuffed animal, that'll work. Thank you, Jen. But so anything that you can put behind you that's soft that you lay on. It's the same deal, except for now, instead of my elbows being the support, the pillow's going to be the support. And the most important thing here, and you can have help. You can ask your parents for help if this is a little bit challenging for you, or maybe a little sibling or an older sibling, or maybe you can just figure it out yourself. Who knows? We'll see. All right. So I'm going to kind of come back, and what I want to make sure is I'm going to show it wrong first. Is I don't want my head to be on the pillow. Okay, this is just laying down. This is in yoga and life, we call this going to sleep. Okay, so this is not what we want. This is just laying down. All right. I actually want this pillow, the edge of the pillow, to be at the base of my neck right here. Okay, I want my head to hang off because look, when I was here, my head was just hanging. See how my head just kind of arches back like the beautiful swan that I am. I can't even say that with a straight face. You want your head to hang back off the pillow, right? So you need to draw that pillow in. Again, it will change depending on the length of the pillow or what kind of object you're using. Whatever it is, you want your head hanging off. So if I come back here, now you also, look, if I'm here, the pillow's too low. See how it's already hitting my shoulders? I want it right at the base of my neck. That's very important. That's why I said maybe you can get your mom, dad, brother, sister, whoever. Now it's right at the base of my neck. My head is hanging. I'm kind of going to place that crown of my head down on the ground, arms down by my side, opening my mouth, just breathing deep in and deep out. You can do this for literally as long as it takes. Maybe you fall asleep in that position. Totally safe, totally fine. Scoop myself up here, and the last pose I'm going to show you, I call this, I don't call it this, it is my favorite pose. In all of yoga, my favorite pose, it's called candlestick because your legs end up looking like a candlestick. And I'm going to show you on a very small section of a wall to show you that you can literally do this anywhere, okay? So if we come over here, if you look right here, I don't have much space between this bookshelf and the stairs right here, but I have enough space that I can fit here. That's all you need. Don't need anything more than that, right? So if I'm just going to scoot myself down to the ground, all I'm going to do, I'm going to get my butt as close to the wall as I can, and then I'm going to kind of just lift my legs up. Now what you can do if you want to get your butt right on the wall, you're just going to kind of scoot yourself in and walk up the wall. Make sure you've been cleaning your feet so your parents don't yell at you that you have, your dirty feet all over the wall, your little toe prints. So make sure you wash your feet before you do this. So my butt is against the wall. That's ideal, but it's not completely necessary, okay? The most important part is that my feet are all the way up over my head, up above me, okay? My head is lower than my feet. That's the most important thing. I like this pose the most because you can do this without the wall and you can just kind of hold your legs up, but then you have to work for it. And there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to relax, if you're already tense, you don't want to create more tension in your body, okay? So the wall is helping me here. I'm able to talk to you. My voice doesn't change. I'm totally relaxed. I'm not really engaging any muscles. This is giving my heart a break, okay? So I like this pose the most because if you stay in this pose for 5 minutes, I can promise you that if you went into this pose feeling stressed, if you went into this pose feeling anxious, if you went into this pose feeling just irritated, I promise you that if you stay here for 5 minutes, it's going to go away. This is it. This is the whole pose. This is my favorite pose. You just sit here, 5 minutes, you feel great. Right? So that's what I've got for you guys today. Try any one of these things. If you're feeling just any one of those emotions, stressed, anxious, irritated, angry, sad, try any one of the things that we showed, or try them all just as I showed them. But whatever you want to do, have fun, stay safe. Don't forget to follow Norwich Youth and Family Services and Norwich Unhooked on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, not Twitter. As I said in the last video, they don't have a Twitter. Maybe they'll get a Twitter. Who knows? But they don't have one right now. But make sure to follow them on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Almost said Twitter again. And that's Norwich Unhooked, Norwich Youth and Family Services. Stay safe, guys. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Namaste, my friends.